back to my channel. It's your girl Lemmy here, back with another video. Alright, this is gonna be for the new moon in Virgo. Alright, we're gonna have this new moon. It's gonna eventually oppose Neptune and sextile Pluto, you know. But the moon's gonna first pass Saturn at 2 degrees Pisces, right? So, yeah. And then trying over to Jupiter retrograde in Taurus at 15 degrees. And eventually making its way to Neptune and Pluto. Alrighty. So, already what we have on the table is a complete, you're here, Sun and Virgo energy. You got the Aries here and Taurus here, okay? So Jupiter is what's expanding, of course, retrograde. What's within, where's the value? Do we see our values on the inside as well as we do on the outside of us? This is Earth, so physical matter. What matters the most to us, right? And then the Sun and Virgo here is where the new moon is going to take place, right? And that's when the Sun and the moon come together, they conjunct, okay? And so it's like a powerful new start, they're making it zero, right? So something new is being channeled through, like an intersection of heaven and earth, basically. Like it's like, okay, here's the point, boom, the energy flows through. What are you putting your time into? That's something that is the most valuable thing that we all possess. We all possess the fact that we have time. And the fact that it's so precious and unique to each person, it makes it even more valuable, right? Venus and Virgos understand what I'm saying, okay? So what came to mind with, you know, new starts, building things coming together here before the Wands was like an example of someone that you love or something that you love, because Virgo has a very strict focus. They can be very tunnel vision with details, right? So it's just one particular thing that you enjoy to feel, because it's still Earth. So if you can feel it so much, that is something that is, you know, in the 3D, right? And it evolves, it changes. Virgo is a mutable sign. However, it's still, you know, it's like when you feel like someone just, like the Virgos have an energy signature in the 3D of being nitpicky. It's like you always finding something, like, that's why you get a lot of Cancers. Like, it's like you can always find something to love about whatever it is that you're doing, and it never stops. So you just keep loving, right? And the 3D, like you're going with the energy, right? Okay, and that's just on that signature. I'm not talking in general term. I'm talking with Virgo energy, period. It's like you keep, and it could be the opposite way too, where you just keep finding stuff that you don't like about something or someone or something, okay? That could be an indication of your intuition speaking to you. Mercury is in Virgo right now, and it is retrograde, okay? That could definitely be your intuition telling you something, and you need to listen to it. Not, you know, 12th house to Virgo, Leo, make it extremely dramatic, which only more increases the showing of your insecurity because you didn't listen to your intuition, right? So with this 4 of Wands, it's like you allow yourself to see, okay, like I genuinely care or give my energy, time, and attention to this particular person. Excuse me. Or, you know, career, or, you know, study, TV show, food, whatever it is. Like, you consistently choose to show up knowing what you know now, Aquarius energy. You can now change your perception completely about how you choose to look at something. Now, this is a combination energy to me of Scorpio and Pisces. But Pisces is the new beginning, right? Scorpio is just like, okay, this changed, this happened. Think it's kind of like Tower moment. It is Martian energy. It is like a forceful card energy. Shout out to the 16s. But it's still something that is in regards to a stage in our manifestation process, right? With the Four of Pentacles. So, let me take a sip of my dirt, my coffee. This was a beautiful mixture right here. I forgot the other tea I'm using, but I added some moringa, kale, and wheatgrass powder into my dandelion root tea. And then I have like a rose and something else mixture tea bag in there too. So yeah, it's going down. It's going down with a cinnamon stick. It's going down. Okay. It's going down. Basement. Get the page. I already saw it to her. I don't know that shit. Virgo moon. Alright, so Six of Pentacles. This is the balancing of the energy of like, okay, what's on the inside also on the outside? Like getting our, starting to see your value. When you realize your value, that's one of those things that you can't go backwards on, because now you have to, now that you have a different perspective about yourself, a renewed, you know, feeling about yourself. During the Cancer energies too, right? All water signs here. When you transform Scorpio, you get a totally new beginning perspective that starts how the way you do and look at things completely different, because now you're open, now you're in awe. You know, that's Pisces energy. And then going back to the Cancer, emotion and feeling that starts, right? And it can even be like, you get the new feeling, emotion, the transformation happens in the beginning. Like, that might be a bit more, you know, able to grasp. But yeah, so let's look at some oracles first, and then we'll get into the tarot. So, we have trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Camel. You got resources. You are very resourceful. You gather enough resources. Trust that you have enough resources. We need to start trusting that we have enough resources. Okay. I don't know how many times I said that, but like, it feels good. Okay. Alright, so let's look at this Eight of Pentacles. The Elk. Okay. I think the eclipse time is when they had that holiday, holy day or whatever, or festival or observance, where that was the time that their antlers grew. Like a time of maturity or initiation, like quinceañera or something like that. Like that was that time for them. Okay. So, and then opposite of that, we're in, you know, harvest season. Okay. So all the work we did back in the springtime, we're harvesting right now during, you know, Virgo season. So stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect you deserve. So all of the things that you're gonna have to make motherfuckers put a respect on your name about, for, through, with, and in connection, when niggas gonna have to realize that you know, everybody is attached to a beautiful blessing. We all have equal power. So stand tall and maintain your dignity. Keep your head up. Tupac, right? Basically. So whatever was done during the spring, coming into, you know, the eclipse season, going into, you know, summer, all the work that you did you're going to reap the benefits of that right now, okay? So here's the celebration here with this 4. This is in a Rider-Waite. This is usually a card that appears to be like a wedding or someone coming home. You know, something Cinderella, you know, at the end of the movie when they're married and they're waving. She's doing her princess wave, you know, and I'm referring to the Brandy version. No disrespect, you know, whatever. But I'm referring to the Brandy version. When I say Cinderella in my head. But like, yeah, it's like that. Even coming to America at the end, you know, when he realized that she ended up, you know, being his wife all along. That energy, right? And then we have the owl, the ever watchful, ever mysterious, you know, very astute to sound waves and light waves, okay? What dimensions do they come, right? All birds are some form, for me, you know, speaking, all birds are some form of a messenger from other worlds, right? Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to the signs and omens from them. This is the omen. It's like you finally, so I knew I wasn't wrong, you know. It's like I was like Prince Hakeem, I was pretending, or, you know, maybe, you know, the perspective, the illusion that was being shown from the inside didn't match the outside, right? Was that you had, no one trusted that you had enough resources, or maybe you didn't trust someone else to have enough resources. Maybe enough gumph, enough conviction, enough action, enough, you know, attention. Like whatever it is that you give to yourself, you want the same thing in return, right? That's all it is. But then it's like, are you living that yourself? Like, why would you, you know, opposite Taurus, Scorpio energy, choose to hide from who you truly are in order to gain something? That's still trickery, right? That's still trickery. However, at the same time, if you're paying attention, there are areas in your life where you could be doing this to yourself. And that's what Mercury and Virgo retrograde is definitely putting an eye on, is what ways do we talk ourselves, especially internally, out of the things that we truly desire and want in our life. And then the sun being in Virgo here is letting you see that and still have some dignity, still got your head up, still in the game, still, you know, letting it be water rolling off of a duck's back. You know, at the same time, learning flaws and all. Beyonce, of course, for Virgo. Okay. Okay. So, celebration, right? Aries energy. Haru, Oshun, right? So, something coming from that realm of abundance, even Arumida. I think that's how you say it. Forgive me. I just feel it, you know. You know, this is Virgo energy we're talking about. You know, I know what I feel, even if the communication, Mercurio, seems to take you everywhere other than what I'm trying to say, okay? But, you know, 4, work has been put in. A foundation has been created, all right? And after this Venus and Leo transition, we're going to Venus and Virgo. So, you know, we'll start to see these. This is a Venus card here with Virgo and Taurus, another Venusian energy, right? Going into October, November, you'll be able to actually see what it is that you truly desire, love, fancy, you know, want to put your time and energy into, because you'll start to see, you know, the trinkets or the remnants through the Venusian Earth energy, where you've invested and trusted your value to really lie and not lie at the same time. Where have you trusted your energy to receive? Venus, divine feminine energy, receiving mode. Where have you been in receiving mode? And also looking at the parts of where you were not in receiving mode, or what you did not receive. And it doesn't have to be a negative receive. It could be a positive, like you didn't have to go through that. You avoided a big ass, you know, hole in the ground that you didn't even know about, you know, that other people fell into. And maybe that was the lesson they just had to learn. And that's not even a bad thing either. It's all positive, right? If you choose to have more of a positive, because Virgo can seem very condescending and negative, even like Scorpio do, and Sag does, and sometimes Aries too, but in their own little ways. But it's like, you just gotta keep it real. Call a spade, whatever. But, you know, this is about us being honest with ourselves. Right? At the bottom we have stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Platypus. Boom. Ain't that what we just you know, discussed? Alright, so we're gonna take it up from the top, fresh off the bone. Okay, after we cut it out. I used to sit and play. I just realized too, I used to sit and play cards by myself all the time. It was so much fun. I just like holding the cards, making bridge. And then I would play solitaire. I would play speed by myself. And then me and my sister used to play. I do play war. And then us and my cousins, eventually some friends, we would play spades. I know I learned how to play euchre and rummy, or you know, what's it called? I can't think of it. The fucking tongue. Yeah. All right. So upside down. Okay. This is the Knight of Drums. The White Ox. She is the White Buffalo. We got the Judgment at the bottom. White Buffalo energy here. I'm gonna put the opal right there. Yes, it is glass, you know, man-made or whatever, but we're still drawn to look at this with a certain type of emotion when we see it. So that does not still count for some type of, excuse me, extra dimensional power. It makes you look at it and feel a certain type of way. Okay, so yeah, and here, let me see if I can find it, because this just brought something to my mind. I should just back up a little bit here. The White Buffalo Woman. That's the last card in here too. Hopeful heart, see her sign. We have hope for you. Have hope for you, our pure of heart. And White Buffalo Woman appears as a divine sign of rebirth and harmony. She is the way shower who lives as one with Great Spirit. She teaches the practices that will free and empower us all. She heralds the birth of the divine upon a new earth. You are held in her heart, and you will recognize her beautiful grace of spirit in your own. You're going to recognize it, the balance. The scales will be balanced in the physical. Okay, in Native American tradition, the Sioux Mother, White Buffalo Woman, is a symbol of rebirth and spiritual promise. The story of her coming tells of two young men who witnessed her divine radiance. One watched with appropriate awe, whilst the other simply desired White Buffalo Woman's body and stretched his hand out to touch her. His disrespect cost him his life as lightning struck him down, just as the correct recognition afforded the other man spiritual blessing. White Buffalo Woman evokes the restoration of the sacred. She demands respectful relationship with each other. Whether you like the person or agree with their various worldviews is irrelevant. It requires that we assume our rightful place in the community, which means not discounting your talents, trying to take a place by force. And that's what I was talking about. Like, why would you hide a part of yourself just to seem like you're less than what you're equal to, right? Deception. And that is very much, you know, Pisces energy as well. Excuse me. So, where did I leave off at? Oh, it's out here to leave it off. Okay. Just leave it off. Okay. Alright, so let's get two more. We got the Three of Bows. We got the title card here. That's the deck I'm using. Two of Bows. So one bow up in her. But it's like you're going from, you know, your higher self communicating with you. Like, this is why this had to happen. This is why this had to take place like this. Do you understand now? Do you get it now? Are you ready to transcend this whack ass shit? Are you ready to see things that you didn't know you could see before? Look, and it reminds me of on Friday at the beginning. Are you ready for Jehovah's return? Because if you not, you know what I'm saying? Feel the energy coming to you. Sit in silence. Be at peace with yourself, right? The Two of Bows is known in Libra. So your mood has to be one where you are in balance. So that your inside, even if it's not two scales, we're looking at the two scale part, that's the Taurus, you know, 3D part. But if we imagine that the scale is us and everything else is in the, you know, baskets, like in order for a scale to appear before you, in order you to channel and then force the scale to pop up in front of your face, right? Teleport, you know, shit. You have to focus on you actually being able to do it. You have to sit and quietly imagine yourself being able to teleport something directly to you, right? It's like you're imagining that you're able to do it, like you're behaving in the energy with the imagination that you're able to do it. It's kind of like one of the best actors or actresses in the world. They're embodying the script. Okay, so the script that you create for yourself, okay, it's like you wrote it down, you created the script, and then it's like, damn, do I gotta be this type of person? Do I gotta be this? No, just imagine that that's what you already are. You don't have to go out and grab it. Just imagine that that's what you already are. You take time to do that. It helps keep the scales in balance, right? So let's look at this. Eight of Pentacles here. We got another Knight. The Knight of Bows. The Five of Stones. You might have felt like something was holding you back, or you may feel like a certain job or a certain person at work or something about your mind or how you speak. Like, the criticism of yourself might be so great and so like just unnecessary, because it's Gemini energy. So it's like you keep coming up with new ideas on how to critique yourself, right? And this is you doing this to you, but you can have someone in your physical life show up and make you feel this way, okay? That's what your higher self is trying to get you to see. Like, you're making yourself scared of nothing, right? So you got the Ace, the first stone here. Well, there's a renewal, there's a washing. You see the crane right there, which I've seen a few of them out there. But you see the crane, right? And you got the other stones around. And this is water, because this is like Five of Cups. This is the Ace of Cups, right? So there's a washing over or a healing that's being performed. This could also be noticing where we may have been inconsistent with where and how we manage our time. Okay, this could even be like if you give offerings or make offerings to your ascended ancestors, or, you know, ancestors doesn't necessarily have to be familial. They can be cultural as well. So whatever energy you're resonating with the most, because it's just a reflection of you, you may, if you feel like there's something blocking you, or you can't get to it, or you being held back, you're the one that's creating this image. And the reason why you may be getting held back from doing something is because there may be other things you need to go and explore and see first, with this Knight of Bows flying through the air with this eagle. there's other things that may need your foresight before you can get here. And the thing is why you're so busy doing the exploration and forgetting and putting this away, like something that's being taken out of your life. There may have been a physical thing that may be removed from your life or disappeared, and you're wanting it back, and it's like, okay, heal yourself. Like, let's just heal before you try to move ahead or jump into something that you're, you know, excited and granted you've been envisioning about. You still have to, don't forget your relaxation time, don't forget your massage, don't forget your yoga, don't forget your exercise, don't forget your, you know, breathing techniques, don't forget the food you need to eat, you know, whatever does good for your body. Don't forget those things. Don't forget the people who love you and you love. Okay, so let's look at this for, we got the 9 of Stones here, making peace, you know, Pisces energy. We have the 4 of Stones. All right, it's getting really emotional over here with all these cups. And we got the High Priestess. Yes, it's getting really emotional. Okay, and then at the bottom I said we have Judgment. Okay, so this is being tapped in, right? You feel at peace. This is kind of like giving me, the peace is like, or whatever we think peace is, to me, it's saying more about like being content, like standing where you are, sitting where you are, laying where you are, breathing where you are. Just be okay with just the moment. Be in the moment. Be present with yourself. And in the presence, in the now, is where you find the most love. So sit there for a minute and see how it feels. And then 2, we have the 4 of Cups energy. So for those who partake responsibly, legally, and going on trips or doing something like this is a way to connect with the earth and its remnants, to heal, to release something, to let go of something. Okay, and it may have been something again that you wanted to hold on to, but being at peace with letting it go, for real. And the High Priestess, to me, being here is like, this ain't even happened yet. This is something that has not happened yet, but you've already experienced this with yourself. Again, when we see Venus go direct, Venus go into Virgo, I feel like that's when you'll start to see like the things taking place and taking shape, how they've been molded, how they've been planted. You're going to start to see that, right? And all this time you had question marks about, okay, is it this road or is it that road? Judgment here. Archangel Gabriel energy. 7 of Bows. And we have the 3 of Stones, the Queen of Bows, Libra season here. Yet again, Ace of Wands at the bottom. The full moon in Aquarius told you, because that moon was all about being authentic. And if you were truly authentic, if you were really truly authentic with feeling your true feelings, you would have known where you wanted to be. You already had it, and it was Leo's sun, so it's like, this is our heart speaking to us. And we got this 3 of Cups here, 3 of Stones energy, right? So it's like it was that celebratory energy, mind, body, soul connection. Like, when I'm if I'm truly honest with how I truly feel, I don't want this. I want this. I don't want that. I want this. I don't want this. I want that. So, and Libra is all about balancing, again, the mental scales, the moral code, decisions, and that's when we'll have Venus and Virgo too. I think the latter half, because it won't be till October. where we have eclipse season, Ace of Wands. All right, so that's the read I have for this new moon Virgo that's coming up on the 14th, 15th, wherever you are. It'll be 21 degrees Virgo. Okay, so find in your chart where you have 21 degrees Virgo, and you can see in that community of your mind, in that house or section of your reality, all right, in your wheel of fortune, this is where this may resonate the most. Okay, wherever you have Virgo energy in your houses. And then I feel like the combative, but not really combative, like fight, but I feel like the more direct energy will hit the most is for those who have Virgo placements. And then secondary will be those who have like squares and oppositions versus the trines and sextiles. That might hit a little bit more deep, okay? And after that would be anyone who has, excuse me, anyone who has a 21 degree earth, 21 degree water, 21 degree fire. And, it just goes from down from there, after the sign. So, yeah, I definitely see what's under here. Ooh, 10 cups, Emperor. Here's that 3 of swords again. Here's that 7 of swords again. Being humble. What we mentioned the wheel of fortune. Like, you keep asking, where is it? Where is it? It's coming. Look at that. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. The decision is being made. We got 2 of swords again. It's coming. It's coming. All right. So thank you so much for tuning into this reading. Hope it finds you well. If you want to have a discussion about where you have this 21 degree Virgo new moon placement in your chart, as well as the new moon Libra eclipse that'll be coming up, that came up here too. If you would like to have a reading or a session regarding it, the place where you can actually purchase a reading will be listed in the description box below. And at this time, I'm doing pre-records as I'm with a child and working in school, which I didn't really have to say, but I did. I am doing pre-recorded readings. So the positive about that is that you can always go back and watch the reading again. So it'll be something you'll always have. All right. Thank you so much, and peace.